Hi guys. So yesterday we warped our loom and got it all ready to start weaving. So there's a few things that you have in your box. The first is this pickup stick, which I've already put inside my loom. And how I've done that is I just started by pulling one thread up and leaving one thread down, up, down, up, down. And I'm just gonna leave that here for now. The other thing that you have in there is a large stick with a point. This is basically like a large needle. That's how we're going to use this as. Now I've already threaded my needle with about 4 or 5 feet of yarn. That's about it. You don't want to put too much more on there, otherwise you'll be pulling forever. So to go ahead and get this started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pickup stick and I'm just going to turn it so it lifts all of the threads up for me. And I'm going to start by putting my needle through all the threads, and I'm going to pull this here until I have about 6 or 5 inches or so left out, and I'll show you what to do with the edges when we get towards the end. So I'm just going to go ahead and flatten out my pickup stick, and I'm going to push this all the way down. Okay, now I'm going to move my pickup stick up. I'm going to take my needle, and now I'm going to go opposite what I've done here. So I've gone under this thread here, so now I'm going to go over it. Over, under, the whole way across. The large stick makes this easier to do than if you just had a smaller needle. If you get into a place where it gets tricky for you, you can just go ahead and use your fingers to pick up or lift, but you shouldn't need to do that. Don't skip any of the threads either. Make sure that you have them all. You're going to go ahead and pull this. This is really important here when you get towards the end. You don't want to tug this so tight. You kind of want to leave this a little loose. Not too loose and not too tight, just like that. We're going to bring our pickup stick down. We're going to push this all the way down just like that. Now look, a little buckling has happened here. That's okay when you get started. That's kind of normal. Great, now that I've done that row, I'm just gonna lift up my pickup stick or my shuttle again. And I'm gonna go back through. Make sure this is not too tight here. You don't wanna pull it tight like that, otherwise it's gonna bow on the inside here. So you kind of wanna leave this a little bit loose like that. Drop my pickup stick and bring it down. So let's say I want to change colors. So I'm just going to go ahead. I would cut my thread over here, again about 6 inches or so, and you may even want to tape it to the side so it doesn't get in your way. I've already rethreaded my needle with a different color. So same idea. If this thread here came on the bottom, now I'm going to go on top, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing going back. If you move this pickup stick up out of your way, it's easier to do this with the needle. Make sure you go opposite of what you did before. This is called the weft part of weaving. The white thread going vertical is the warp. The colored thread that we're going to pull side to side is called the weft. Okay, so if these get in your way, just tape them. And again, I'm going to leave a tail here. What we'll do is we'll sew these in at the end. Go ahead and take your pickup stick and bring it on down. Now remember, once you get to this side, I can just pick up my pickup stick like that and bring my needle back through. Like that. Don't pull too tight. Now we have a variety of different types of threads. So some are going to be thinner than this. This is what they call a worsted weight. But the smaller your thread, the finer the detail. But you can also use a bulky thread that will give you more of a feature on the front of your weaving. So it's up to you. We'll be demonstrating different types of weaving throughout this unit. All right, you guys can see what kind of thread we have and get started. Have fun.